The developer's lawyer called early Monday morning. We have a problem. The entire $30 million project was blocked. Blocked by what? A strip of land, 12 feet wide, half a mile long. Who owns it? A farmer. How much does he want? He hasn't called back. The farmer had bought that land in 2001 for 8,000.30 million, now sitting still because of 12 feet of land, and one man who had waited 23 years for this call. His name was Gerald Marsh. IT began at a bank auction in March 2001, a folding table, for locals near the coffee pot. The auctioneer read, Parcel 7C, 12 feet wide, half a mile long. Opening bid $5,000. Nobody moved. $5,000 for half a mile of grass. Anybody. A hand rose in the back. Clean shirt, work boots, 62 years old. Gerald Marsh. A voice spoke up. $6,000. Gerald never looked up. 8. Before the hammer fell, the bank manager laughed loud enough for the room to hear. $8,000 for a 12-foot strip of nothing. Some people collect problems. Gerald never looked up. He signed the paper, folded the receipt, and placed it in his coat pocket, because unlike everyone else, he knew exactly what he had just bought. Understand why. You have to go back to 1999, to the Callaway County Public Library. Gerald had a habit. Once a month, he read county records no one else cared about. Old zoning maps, road surveys, easement filings. Then one evening he found something. A road expansion proposal from 1956. State Route 9 was supposed to be widened. The county had surveyed a narrow 12-foot corridor. The expansion was canceled in 1961, but the corridor was never legally dissolved. It still existed on paper. Forgotten, unclaimed. That night, Gerald drew a map by hand. On one side sat scattered farmland. On the other side, hundreds of acres of flat open ground. He called his neighbor. You remember that open land east of Route 9? Sure. Nothing out there. Gerald paused. Not yet. For 18 months, Gerald watched. Survey flags. Fresh tire tracks. A survey crew. He wrote everything in a notebook. By summer 2001, nearly 280 acres had been quietly assembled by a developer called Meridian Land Group, but the land had no road access. The only legal path ran straight through that 12-foot corridor, the same corridor the bank was about to auction. Gerald set his limit at $8,000, just to make sure he got there first. He drove home with the deed. Margaret was waiting. Now what? Now we wait. How long? However long it takes. For 23 years, Gerald maintained that strip, mowed it twice a year, paid the taxes every year, $47, always on time. In 2008, an agent offered $80,000. Not interested. The county offered $120,000. It isn't time yet. In 2016, Meridian's lawyer came himself. Three-piece suit, leather briefcase. He offered $250,000. Gerald poured him coffee, listened, then looked at him over the cup. Tell your client I've been patient too. Longer than he has. Between 2001 and 2024, Gerald turned down every offer. Not because he was stubborn. Because the strip was never worth what they offered. It was worth what they needed at IN Spring 2024. Meridian filed for final approval. 340 acres. Retail. Housing. A project 10 years in the making. Gerald drove to the planning office. He asked for the permit file. He wanted only one page. Page 31. The site access plan. The main access road ran straight through Parcel 7C. Gerald's land. He called his daughter, Sandra, a property lawyer in Knoxville. You showed it to me when I was 12, she said. You said someday it would matter. Gerald looked out the window. Someday is here. Meridian's lawyer called for $100,000. Cash. Gerald said, I appreciate the call. Then he hung up. Sandra called them back. Open your permit file. Page 31. Your only access road runs through my father's land. He will not sell. Meridian filed a legal challenge. claiming the land was abandoned. Sanders spread 63 years of tax records across her desk. You cannot abandon someone the county has taxed for 63 years. The judge looked at Meridian's lawyer. Do you dispute these assessments? He hesitated. No, Your Honor. Case closed. Meridian accepted Gerald's terms. For $1,500 a month. Permanent. Transferable to his heirs. Gerald opened his notebook. He turned to the final page. He wrote one line. April 2024. Done. 47 IR4, 23 years. Now we're 47 IR4, 23 years. Now we're 54,000 every year. Curtis Wade, the bank manager who laughed in 2001, read about it in the paper. He did not laugh this time. Some men collect problems. Gerald collected patience. The end.